if we're going to protest, that we're not met with the back end of a police stick.
A candid conversation one day after the nation watched a jury convict an officer in the murder of George Floyd. Now Kansas City's leaders say they're listening and working on change. Good evening. I'm Caitlin Canute.
And I'm Kevin Holmes. Thanks for watching 41 Action News on air and your favorite streaming device. Today, the mayor and police chief sat down with local activists ready for the next steps. 41 Action reporter Andres Gutierrez joining us live.
And Andres, this is something leaders knew they wanted to do even before yesterday's verdict.
They did, Caitlin. The meeting was scheduled a week ago ahead of that verdict, which activists say is a sign of progress nationally and now want to keep the momentum going here at home.
The best we could do is continue to build trust within our community that if we're going to protest, that we're not met with the back end of a police stick.
Justice Horn was among the handful of community activists who met with city leaders and the KCPD chief Wednesday in a closed-door meeting to review policies put in place as a result of protests last summer.
If we're going to protest without violence, that they're not going to direct us and try to force us where we can and cannot protest in the city. Recently,
Police Chief Rick Smith blogged about the department's First Amendment policy that directs officers to minimize displays of force.
I think every officer on our job has taken an oath to protect those rights, and the idea of the thought of we want to help facilitate that no matter what the message is or why the event is organized.
The policy also bans officers from using less lethal weapons and munitions other than chemical agents like tear gas to break up crowds.
They've committed not to doing it anymore, but they never should have been doing that sort of thing in the first place.
Henry Service is another activist who remains skeptical of the changes.
I don't think the proof is that they're here talking to us. I think when you come out to the protests that are going to happen this summer and you don't see the police beating us up for doing anything, that's when you'll say that there was real change.
People had asked for better policies as it relates to First Amendment and protests. We've seen that. People asked for more levels of accountability, more openness, more public meetings, more reporting to the city council. We've seen that. Have we done everything we need to do? No, not yet. But I'm proud of the steps that we've taken.
And now the mayor and police chief are committed to keeping the conversation going, that they are willing to meet with the activists on a monthly basis. Reporting live in downtown Kansas City tonight, I'm Andres Gutierrez, 41 Action News.